Hell, it's about time.
Hello everybody, welcome to day 4 of the 50 GG block challenge. I know this is only video 3. We weren't able to I wasn't able to play enough games yesterday because of the Battle.net problems. Today I got my 5 games done, and this was an interesting one. I had a couple of really long games, difficult to cast. I'd lose your interest pretty soon, but this was quite a nice game. I spawned in the top left, and my opponent Benjamin Joseph spawns in the bottom right, Protoss. I've discovered that Protoss is probably my easiest pairing. Zerg, I really don't know what to do against Banelings. They will just throw me off the entire game. And Terran, if the other Terran's also building lots of bio, then it's just a match who gets the most bio up, which is fun, and sometimes I win it, sometimes I lose it. But Protoss, it feels a bit more like yeah, a cool fight can ensue. So my opponent building at the bottom of the ramp, interesting decision, and my scouting SCV is out already. Keeping my money nice and low. Rex went down. Probes are constantly building. As long as I can do my own thing, I've discovered that I can keep all of these things positive. As soon as an opponent throws anything my way that makes it a bit more difficult, like for example Avoid Ray early on or things like that, and Banelings are bad for that, I completely lose it. Money suddenly starts ramping up, and that's where I noticed that my macro is good if I think about it, but it needs to become muscle memory. I need to be macroing, especially when it's going bad. I need to be macroing constantly, really. So that was nice and quick. Marine coming out straight away. I scouted his base, see that he's below the ramp, and then he scares me off. Cybernetics core, I was there long enough to see it. Or no, I go back to check it, and now I see that it's there. And then I decide, okay, I have enough information, let's get out here. SCV doing nothing. Minerals, oh, okay, I am using the money to go. Yeah, as a tip I got yesterday, that I went orbital quite late, and somebody said that you really should go it as early as possible. So that's what I did right there. Just as soon as I could, not as soon as I could afford it, I could have done it earlier, but pretty early on, a lot earlier than I'm used to. I got it out there. Building a second Rex, see what my opponent's doing. Not a whole lot, my opponent's mostly saving a lot of money. As Day 9 always says, he's transitioning into banking a lot of money. Supply depot, maybe a bit early. Flying that way to build the tech lab, so nothing really fancy happening. He's really making sure that this is a tight wall. But there's not really any other buildings coming out. Funny, because I remember that the end fight against this guy was pretty tough. He's building a lot of pylons. Perhaps he's just preparing. We'll see. It's always it's the first time I see this replay as well, so I'm surprised a little bit at what my opponent's doing. Maybe I should be aware of this. I should have this guy that's sitting in the middle go out here again and see if I can, well, I won't be able to sneak in anymore, but at least I can see what's happening over here. And throw a scan, maybe. I'm using my energy, but scanning his base would tell me that he's pretty low on that. He's even building a forge now. It's only one gateway, 6 minutes in. Pretty much means that I can destroy him already. Or should be able to, especially when these start getting Start getting used. Oh, past neck. Why is this one not building? Look at all that precious time on that. Barracks, come on! This really helped to yell, I guess. That SFE is standing still as well. It felt like I was doing a lot better. It's really good to watch these replays because it'll really show me that things can get a lot tighter still. This should already be in the control group, should already have the rally point set, and my opponent in this all this time. Okay, he's bringing more gateways in now. And he's also boosting out upgrades, which I am not doing. 7.5 minutes, 44. See, I've got a lot more than my opponent, but it's not enough. At the 7-minute mark I should be able to hit 50 supply. One of his probes is checking what's going on. Army's quite small here. That is stim coming out. Already researched. Yep, already researched concussive shells. I always like to do that against Protoss. Aha, my opponent's going for the gold base. Not really an early expand, I mean it's 8.5 minutes, but going straight for the gold. While having all this defense up to go make a base here, I already have a marine here that knows there's no expansion there, so I must be wondering where that expansion is. And he made a sneaky pylon over there, so he has plans. My army moves out, and this is where I remember, you know, I realized there's no expansion here yet. Let's send one of my dudes, I think I send a marine, to just, there he is, to check some of the other bases. Because if I can catch him on doing something else, one of the expansions, I know I can grab him there. Because I'm quite surprised. 9 minutes in, he hasn't shown any aggression. There must be an expansion somewhere. Not checking this side, so that's good news for my opponents. If he would have built an expansion there, I would have never known. But this guy is going to find this expansion. He's actually going to find it undefended as well. But immediately the Stalker army, and that is 12 Stalkers, not to be scoffed at, moves in for the defense. And then my army here with stim, concussive shell and shields moves into the main base, because I know that he came here. He might be moving back, but even then, if he's moving, he's out of position. He's even warping stuff in over here, and that gives me free reign over here. I decided to take out the pylons. I don't think I saw that pylon yet, so maybe I should have just gone for the buildings, but still, that's powering those puppies down. And then his army comes, but he's a bit afraid. He's like, ooh, that's a lot of them. I go in. I didn't want to stim there because I wanted to get all my army in range before I stimmed. And then he just pulled all the way back, so I thought, cool, I'll walk into your base. He takes some of the stragglers here. He takes, of course, all the units streaming into my base, but it's a fair trade because I've taken out another couple of his gates here. And then he has the disadvantage on this ramp, and I take him out, and he leaves the game. So yeah, very quick game. I think I got it because of the macro slips in the end. That's horrible. Because I found this base, I knew he wasn't there, so he had to be somewhere else. Have to admit I got lucky that I found him over there, because I wasn't scouting this, kind of assuming that, you know, that was my side of the map, so he must have been on the other side. Got lucky, took him out. Had a couple of these quick games today, and it's the quick games that I'm usually good at, looking good in and winning, and all the longer games I lose the plot, lose the macro, and lose. So yeah, check out some of the replays of the longer games. It's impossible for me to record these and stream these yet, but you can download the replay files on my blog, flamerate.com, and check them out. And please leave feedback. Thank you very much, guys. Talk to you later.